Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Joe Montana, Wayne Gretzky. Those are among your greatest athletes to ever live. All of them dominated in their primes while winning championship after championship. But for every Kobe or MJ, there's another great athlete who didn't win titles because they weren't at their best in the postseason. Dan Marino, Karl Malone, and others come to mind as athletes who were great, just not in the playoffs. And then there are those athletes who seem to just hang around in the regular season, but then suddenly they come out of nowhere in the postseason. I'm Justin Fraction, and here are 10 athletes that always show up in the playoffs. Number 10, Pau Gasol. Gasol is a six-time All-Star and widely recognized as one, but it's in the playoffs where he really seems to stand out the most. He was the sidekick that helped Kobe Bryant win his only 2 rings without Shaquille O'Neal. Gasol averaged 21.3 points per game during the 2005 playoffs with Memphis. He's never posted that many points per game in a regular season. The 2-time NBA champion is a stud in the regular season, but an ultra-star in the playoffs against the best of competition. Number 9, Brian Bickle. The former Chicago Blackhawk has never scored more than 37 points in the regular season, yet he has 39 points in 75 career playoff games. The 2013 Stanley Cup playoffs were Bickle's coming-out party. He scored a ridiculous 9 goals and 17 points for the star-studded Blackhawks. He finished 5th in playoff scoring, even though he's basically a career 4th-liner. Number 8, Pablo Sandoval. Right now you're thinking of the Boston Red Sox version of Sandoval, $95 million bench player who lost his belt while he struck out swinging in a game against the Toronto Blue Jays. But Sandoval's actually a part of the San Francisco Giants dynasty that won 3 World Series championships. He hit 3 home runs in Game 1 of the 2012 World Series to certify himself as Mr. October 2.0. He's a career .287 hitter with a .451 slugging percentage. In the playoffs, he's a .344 hitter with a ridiculous .545 slugging percentage. And then there's his 3 rings, which further prove he's a playoff performer. Number 7, Adam Vinatieri. He kicked a field goal through the blizzard in the 2001 NFC Divisional Round, kicked a last-second field goal to win Super Bowl 36 and 38 with the New England Patriots, and he's made every kick in 6 separate postseasons. Vinatieri is money during the regular season, but he takes his game to the next level when playoffs roll around. That's a good thing, right? Number 6, Madison Bumgarner. Mad Bum has yet to win an NL Cy Young despite winning 3 World Series titles. You know he's great and all, but he's even better in the playoffs. His career ERA is 2.99, and his walks per hits per inning pitched is 1.10, but in the playoffs he's got a .90 whip and a 2.11 ERA. He closed out Game 7 of the 2014 World Series and pitched a complete game shutout in the 2016 wildcard game against the New York Mets. He's good in the playoffs, but basically a playoff MVP every year he makes it. Number 5, Russell Wilson. In his first 4 NFL seasons, Wilson only had 1 4,000-yard season and had 106 touchdowns and 34 interceptions. In the playoffs, 16 touchdowns and 9 interceptions, although 4 of those interceptions came in the 2014 NFC Championship against Green Bay, a game the Seahawks still won. He already has 4 career playoff game-winning drives, and it'd be 5 if the Seahawks gave the ball to Marshawn Lynch at the 1-yard line in Super Bowl 49. Wilson is already 7-3 in the playoffs. It's only going to get better for the Super Bowl champion. Number 4, Jonathan Quick. Quick is definitely a top goalie in the NHL, but in the regular season he's never usually among the league's elite. In the playoffs, however, it's a different story. The 2-time Stanley Cup champion has a 2.27 goals against average and a .921 save percentage, with 9 shutouts in 81 postseason games. In the regular season, his save percentage dips to .916. And just by watching him, he's always more confident and on his game when the lights are shining brightest in the playoffs. Number 3, Carlos Beltran. The perennial All-Star has yet to win a World Series, but he's still one of the most clutch playoff performers when called upon. Beltran has a career .281 batting average, .492 slugging percentage, and a .354 on-base percentage. In the playoffs, how about a .323 batting average, .646 slugging percentage, and .432 on-base percentage, with 16 home runs and 41 RBIs in just 51 playoff games? That's the real Mr. October, folks. Number 2, Joe Flacco. Flacco is a very frustratingly inconsistent quarterback for the Baltimore Ravens, but the team reaches the playoffs most years, and that's when he always seems to be the best at his. Flacco was 10-5 in the playoffs with 25 touchdowns and 10 picks. He won Super Bowl 47 and was the MVP for that game. He's beaten Tom Brady twice on the road in the playoffs, and almost 2 more times on top of that. He beat Ben Roethlisberger and Peyton Manning on the road as well. Only 2 of Flacco's 15 playoff games have come at home, yet he's always winning in January and February too. And number 1, Eli Manning. Some people call Eli Manning an elite quarterback and some don't. But you can't dispute the 2 Super Bowls he has, both of which required clutch game-winning drives against Tom Brady's New England Patriots. Manning has an 8-3 playoff record. He's beaten Brady twice along with Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers, Matt Ryan, and Tony Romo. Most of those playoff wins are on the road as well. He has 17 touchdowns and just 8 interceptions. Considering how inconsistent he is in the regular season, it's amazing how much of a difference the playoffs make for him. Which athlete do you think is the best ever in the playoffs? Join us in the comments below. If you like this video and learned a thing or two, clicking the like button helps us out a ton and we appreciate it. If this is your first time coming around to Total Pro Sports though, subscribing is a great idea because we put out videos like this every single day. But as always, thanks for watching and we'll see you guys next time.